The Forbidden City's Haunting Secrets. A Midnight Encounter. The Forbidden City, an imperial palace standing for over 600 years. By day, it's a bustling tourist destination, full of awe and grandeur. But at night, it becomes something else. Some say the silence of the Forbidden City is not just emptiness, it hides whispers from the past, echoes of those who once walked its halls. Tonight, I'll tell you 4 chilling stories that have lingered in this ancient palace for centuries. The woman in red behind the palace doors. One night, a security guard was making his usual rounds along the palace walls. Everything was quiet until he passed a closed palace gate and caught a glimpse of something unusual. Through the narrow gap between the heavy wooden doors stood a woman. She was dressed in red imperial robes, her hair long and flowing over her shoulders, her head slightly tilted down, lips moving as if whispering to someone unseen. The guard froze. He blinked, trying to process what he was seeing. 3 seconds later, he forced himself to look again. There was nothing there. Perhaps it was just his imagination. Maybe he was too tired, but when he lowered his gaze to the ground, his breath caught in his throat. There were footprints in the freshly fallen snow, a single trail of delicate steps leading away from the door. But there was no one there. The mysterious footsteps of the Qianqing Palace. The Qianqing Palace is known for its eerie silence at night. Many say the air inside is heavy, as if something unseen still lingers. One night, a night watchman had finished checking the halls and entered Qianqing Palace alone. The only sound was the flickering of the candlelight, the faint scent of aged wood hanging in the air. Then he heard footsteps. Soft, deliberate, measured steps, as if someone in traditional cloth shoes was walking across the stone floor. His heart pounded. He turned around immediately. No one was there. But the footsteps continued. Slow, steady, coming closer. A cold sweat broke out on his back. He took a cautious step forward, and then he saw it. The imperial throne's yellow silk curtains fluttered slightly, as if someone had just sat down. His breath caught. His feet felt frozen to the ground. He knew he had to leave now. The next morning, determined to prove to himself it was all in his head, he returned to the palace. He walked up to the throne, and on the embroidered cushion there was a faint indentation. The ghostly figure captured on security cameras. Ever since modern surveillance cameras were installed in the Forbidden City, strange things have been caught on tape. One particular night, a security officer was reviewing footage when he noticed something disturbing. A shadowy figure was gliding through the long, deserted corridors. Dressed in flowing red robes, she moved slowly, almost elegantly, as if she was patrolling the palace like she had centuries ago. Curious, the officer zoomed in, trying to get a better look, and that's when he noticed something terrifying. She had no feet. Her figure drifted forward, her robes floating unnaturally, her movement completely silent. Then, she approached the end of the corridor where there should have been a solid, closed wall. But she walked right through it and disappeared. The wall had no openings, no doors, no way through, and yet she was gone. Why do some palace doors never fully close at night? If you visit the Forbidden City at night, you might notice something strange. Certain palace doors are always left slightly open. Why? Some say if they are fully closed by morning, they will have mysteriously reopened. No one has ever given a clear explanation. But those who have worked in the Forbidden City for decades all say the same thing. There are still old residents here. The palace was their home, and maybe they never truly left. If the doors are shut too tightly, they might not be able to return. What do you believe? The Forbidden City by day, a magnificent relic of history. But by night, a realm where the past and present intertwine. Are these just ghost stories? Figments of imagination? Or lingering memories, refusing to fade? If they are nothing but illusions, why have so many people seen the same figures, heard the same whispers? If they are real, what does that mean for the history still trapped within these walls? You decide. If you enjoy mysterious stories like these, follow for more. Next time, we explore another haunted legend.